In this short presentation, I will lay out a basic vision for the future of Salt Lake City in which the dark sky has been rediscovered. First, I'll talk about the need for such a vision. Second, I'll try and give some broad benefits that we will get from pursuing such a vision. And third, I'll try to give some specific actions and projects which can help us move towards a better future. The purpose of studying the dark sky, and specifically the loss of it in recent history, is part of gaining a larger understanding of the era we now live in, the Anthropocene. This era is marked by mass human development and an environment more and more dominated by human actions. The Anthropocene marks this domination of the natural world by the human race and posits that we are now the dominant driving factor in environmental change. This can be most easily seen in our changing climate, but its effects do not end there. Dark sky studies seeks to understand a lesser known impact human development has had on the natural world. The loss of the dark skies started in earnest with the development and the mass application of artificial light at night, or ALAN, and has closely followed the trends towards urbanization seen in human development. Indeed, the growth of artificial light at night has now surpassed that of simple human development and shows no signs of ending. While this field is still in its infancy, many of the detriments of artificial light at night and the loss of dark skies have been found. Among the most pressing are detriments to human and non-human animal populations' health, including the development of cancers in humans and the disruption of non-human animal reproductive cycles and habits. Thinking about how artificial light at night arises from urban environments and how Salt Lake City specifically might manage its light output at night, we can begin to see some problems in how we've developed currently and how it intersects with ALAN and dark skies. Social ecologist Murray Bookchin delineates between a first and a second nature. First nature is what we may think of simply as nature, non-human animals, processes like evolution, the like. Second nature, however, is where humans and the actions we undertake are placed. What Bookchin suggests is that these two natures are completely out of balance, and it is in this light that I like to think about artificial light at night. The loss of dark skies and the mismanagement of human development are inseparable, and for us to envision a world in which these two natures are more in sync, finding a way to responsibly use artificial light is paramount. I see things like transportation, land use, and of course lighting practices as being key here. The increased reliance on single occupancy vehicles has been one of the largest single detriments to our relationship with the environment. Among its many negative side effects, it is the simple fact that 10 cars will always put off more light into the dark night than a single bus. Add to this the truly insane amount of light car dealerships put off for no real purpose, and our car-centric culture begins to look like part of this problem. Land use can also play a role. Where there is a nightlife, there is bound to be more artificial light at night. And while I would never dream of taking it away, we must be more conscious of how we use this light. This segues neatly into the obvious culprit here as well: poor lighting practices. Too much lighting doesn't go where it's needed, and ends up trespassing where it shouldn't. One of the places light often trespasses is the sky, causing sky glow. Here we can begin to think of ways that artificial light at night can be mitigated. The most straightforward, and probably easiest solution for us now, is to implement lighting ordinances, and begin to better our lighting practices in all human-made environments. This can mean a lot of different things, but generally it means more intentional lighting, often coupled with less lighting. This is the biggest suggestion, and the only one I will add here, mostly because it is the only one I'm comfortable suggesting. After more communities develop and adopt lighting ordinances, we can see where the holes are and begin to plug them. But hopefully they will be few and far between. Only time will tell though, and until then, the primary task of people looking to do this work is to educate. and make the public more aware.